We are happy to have you once again on Insure Africa's YouTube channel, and today we want to look at something interesting, something that might save your life when you're on the road. Our discussion today is on how to calm down an irate motorist. If you're driving Nairobi, you've probably come across situations where you are trying to get to a junction, you're trying to get out of a junction or so, and then there are two other drivers on your side also, they've overlapped, they're trying to get into the same junction. On the opposite side, you have a matatu, it's also trying to get into the same junction, and then the whole lot of you have created this neat mess, and everyone is trying to get ahead of the other. I can see a lot of tempers flaring, hands flying, orders being backed and all. So we want to just ask ourselves, what do I do if I'm a driver and I find myself in this situation where I need to calm down other motorists around me? So here are some pointers. First, don't argue. Someone said that you don't have to attend every argument you are invited to. At times, all you need to do is to keep quiet, answer calmly to the other person, and that will force them to bring down their voice. It's impossible for someone to shout at you if you're not shouting back. At least they can't do it for long. So that's the first thing. Whenever you find yourself in a shouting contest with other drivers, just calm down. Don't shout back. Talk calmly to them and you'll see everything calms down. The next thing you shouldn't do is to revenge. You've seen the situations where you're driving and someone overtakes you, in a very uncourteous way, to put it that way, and you get annoyed and you want to also go and overtake them in the same way. You see, if that person put you at risk, when you yourself do what they did, you're also multiplying the risk. And this time, you know that the other driver is a little less than a courteous person. You could end up in a very bad accident as a result. So when you're on the road and someone does something wrong, let it go. It won't kill you. In fact, it will help everyone else calm down. If someone insists on getting in ahead of you, what does it take? 2-3 seconds? Give them the time. Let them go, and you will get your destination. Thirdly, you need to understand that the whole point of being in a car is to get there. As I say, half the fun is getting there. If you will not get there because you got into a fight with another motorist or your car got scratched, it doesn't help anyone. At times, waiting just a few seconds more is enough to make sure everyone gets to where they're going. So simply focus on where you're headed, not necessarily on what's going on right where you are, and I'm sure you will be there. Finally, there's this one thing that you also need to understand. The horn on your car is not a musical instrument. You don't have to honk where you don't need to honk. If someone is behind you and there's nothing you can do to move forward and they're busy honking, you know how that feeling rises in your gut and you're like, what's wrong with this person? The same way, when you're seated behind a car and you're busy honking at the drivers ahead of you, you cause them to become extremely irritable. So forget playing with your horn. It's not a musical instrument. Use it only when you need it, and that will help keep our roads calm, and all of us will be able to get where we're going. So we hope with those tips, you'll have more fun driving on our roads. Thank you.